a.m. What a day, what a place. I'm going to show you how to see Bogota in 24 hours.
Bogota, Colombia's larger-than-life capital with a population of over 11 million and a history spanning over 5 centuries. Bogota prides itself on its vibrant lifestyle, diverse culture, and incredible nature with an average altitude of over 8,000 feet. It's like no other city in the world. Join me on what I believe is the best way to spend one day in Bogota. Early bird catches the worm, and while the city is still sound asleep, you can start your day at Plaza Bolivar, Bogota's main square in the historical area.
This is the central square, the heart and soul of Bogota. On the square, you've got the cathedral, you've got government buildings. It is pretty empty now, about 8:30 a.m., so I highly recommend coming early. This is truly fantastic. You really feel the energy of Bogota here, and you've got so much to look at as well.
From there, it's a short walk to the famous Plaza Nunez and Museo de Santa Clara, a former 17th century church with a collection of artwork spanning 4 centuries. And if you love churches as much as I do, why not visit Iglesia Nuestra del Carmen or Iglesia de San Francisco?
Those churches were so beautiful. I highly recommend going there, especially to Santa Clara, which is like a museum where you can pretty much spend an hour. I find that in general in the center there's a huge concentration of really gorgeous, stunning, interesting historical buildings, and you will just want to spend more time there and less time outside the center where there is, let's face it, less stuff to see and less historical beauty. For example, look at this. I just walked for about 20 minutes outside of the center, and already the atmosphere is hugely different. It's not as concentrated with things to see, but where I'm going now will take your breath away, so don't go anywhere. So you're probably wondering at this point, where am I taking you to now? And the answer is, I have come by cable car to Monserrate, which is a 17th century sanctuary built on the highest point of Bogota, and it stands at over 3,000 meters altitude. Look at that. The whole city is right below you. How impressive is that?
Time to head back down and enjoy Bogota's peaceful atmosphere and empty streets for a few more minutes before the locals start their day. While the city awakens with daily life, you might find yourself wandering around Candelaria, Bogota's central area known for its vibrant atmosphere and colorful streets.
After a lot of research, I have found the best tamale place in central Bogota. Tamale is a local dish here, and it looks something like this. This tiny restaurant has been here for over 200 years, so I'm curious to see if it lives up to the hype. Really good. It's quite a weird texture, not like I expected, but it's really good. So I think I'm going to be finishing this now. As you can see, there is quite a queue forming outside one of Bogota's main attractions, and that is the Gold Museum that I'm about to go see. The wonderful thing about the Gold Museum is that there is over 55,000 gold artifacts that are displayed over here, which is more than you will probably find anywhere else in the world. What I've noticed here in Colombia, in Bogota, is that there's a lot of like cultural things. So there's a lot of universities, museums, libraries. People are really into learning, and I love that. Getting around in Bogota is probably not as easy as you might imagine because there is no public transport other than buses. This creates a lot of traffic and kind of limits your options to taxis or Ubers. I have picked Uber. It's not as well regarded as taxis over here in the sense that it's not entirely legal, but everyone uses it anyway. Getting from the center of the city where we just were to where all the nicer hotels are will take you about half an hour. Remember that this is a very widespread city with a huge population, so do count in the times that you will need to get from place to place.
And speaking of hotels, let me show you one of the best options for your stay here in Bogota. It's time to experience Bogota's top-rated restaurant and ultimate sensory journey.
Oh my gosh, what is this place? Everything has been so surreal.
So many sights, experiences, memories, and sensations. It's hard to describe. I hope you enjoyed our one-day tour through Bogota, even though this Colombia journey is just getting started. I'll see you in Cartagena.